Episode 2, Week 3 of the NFL season with the football stat nerds this time. And Tim, I told you.
What?
I'm coming, boy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm coming.
I know.
He's on the 30-yard line. The 20, the 10, touchdown!
One-man army, Rambo. Baby walking like Naomi Campbell. Make me wanna risk it all, take a gamble. Little butterfly tattoo on her
Here, let me do this one too. Hang on. I'm gonna go into the NHL. The NHL shit. Yes.
Hockey for football?
Yes, I know. I said the wrong thing. I knew what I meant.
Did you?
I did. There. No, I'm just doing the scoreboard and check out the scores so we can talk about that.
Yeah, I got it pulled up.
I don't think we're gonna take long for this one, because we covered 2 weeks last time.
Mm-hmm.
This one probably ain't gonna take very long.
I probably won't.
I'll probably take that. Yeah, probably 20-25 minutes probably. It's gonna take very long. You son of a...
I've already started recording.
Yeah, I know. I kind of looked over, like, why is that thing counting up? What the fuck? I got really confused.
I know.
I'm not talking
You're welcome.
anymore. I'm fucking muting your camera and I'm doing this on my own. Turn your camera off. I'm doing this on my own. Alright, guys. Welcome back to episode 2, week 3 of the NFL season with the football stat nerds this time. And Tim, I told you.
What?
I'm coming, boy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm coming.
I know.
I'm coming. I told you that 1 week was a fluke.
You had a pretty good week.
I had a very good week.
255, 100-point difference between you and Mahoney's.
And then next week we'll talk to it, but I'm having a very good week there. Oh, I got carried this week. This is carried.
I mean, I like the spread so far. We've got three people that are defeated, haven't won a single match. We've got ET who's not won. We've got Morningstar Cody who's not won. And then we've got Blue Green who's not won. So Rose, Cuevas, and Cody have not
Gino,
won.
Let's go,
game.
baby. Come on, Gino. The countdown to the Hawks game is on, my bad.
I know you're good.
As you guys are watching this, record this on Monday night. As you can tell, we're recording on Monday night because I don't wear my jersey unless they're playing. We're ready.
What I love, like you had said last week, is defense is the all-star play.
Is carrying this. So I have that pulled up. We'll go through it all here in a minute, but looking at it right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 8 of the top 10 performers are defensive.
Yep.
And there's 2 quarterbacks that just the queen of the NFL is one of them.
Who? Patrick Mahomes?
I can't. He keeps getting handed wins, and I hate it. I hate it so much. They're not even trying to hide it anymore, and it's ridiculous.
What do you mean handing them wins? Like
are you? Did you not see the Cincinnati game?
No, I actually didn't.
So,
how does it work?
So the ball is thrown. The guy gets there right as the ball does, and they wait, then they throw the flag. Here's my take on it. Yes, I'm being a homer for this one, but that's okay. If that's PI, the PI that play in the Super Bowl was PI too. Because Butler gets there before Lockett even gets near the ball. But it's just they're not even hiding that they want they're handing the Chiefs the wins. They're not even hiding it. And it's
what is the record for the Chiefs right now?
4-0.
They're 4-0
as of right now. Well, Atlanta fell apart.
Did they?
I think Atlanta last night. I think it was Atlanta last night. Hang on. I believe it was Atlanta last night. No, LA. The Chargers fell apart last night. They were up 10-0 and they couldn't do anything after that. And their best receiver gets wiped out, and yet they still find a way to win.
So the only undefeated teams, the Hawks haven't played yet for Week 4. They're undefeated, and the Chiefs are undefeated at 4-0.
It's the Vikings, the Chiefs, and going to be the Hawks.
The Vikings are undefeated? Holy cow! That's crazy.
They just beat the shit out of the. Well, okay, hang on. They were beating the holy hell out of Green Bay.
28-6 against the Giants. 23-17 against the 49ers.
Okay. Before you look at the Packers, look at the first half and tell us what the score was the first half. Just 1 and 2 quarters. It was 28-0, I believe.
Wow.
It was 28-0.
And they got 22 points in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
They ended the second period with a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Pick Detroit, you pieces of shit. Pick fucking Detroit, because it ain't happening.
Jordan Love had 389 yards in passing, and Darnold had 275.
Darnold.
Whatever. That's just crazy. Like, there was more yards on the Green Bay side than on the Minnesota side.
If you look at the Eagles game, at one point, it was 205 total yards to 0.
What?
In the Eagles, yeah. At one point, I'm not lying. I'm not making that up. At one point, it was 205 to 0 in total yards.
Against what team?
The
Bucks?
The Bucks, yeah. Oh, Scott, that a boy, Scott. At least somebody's taking.
Yeah, because Tampa Bay held them to 7 points in the first half and then 9 in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. 347 yards from Baker Mayfield, huh?
Yeah.
158 yards for Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
113 total rushing yards for the Eagles and 111 rushing yards for the Buccaneers. 220 more yards for passing. Reception yards, 347 to 158. They had a lot of receptions, not a lot of yards.
Mm-hmm. Doing little dump offs because they were just trying to move the ball and they couldn't do it.
Well, they only had 29 targets, and Mayfield had 47, so they were aggressively passing.
Mm-hmm.
Their completion rate.
They just could not move the ball. It felt.
No, they did not do that great at all. And then now when we're looking at this week, we're seeing just everybody on fantasy. We're seeing how defense is really coming into play.
Yeah, with
something that you and I talked.
With 8 out of 10 that we just talked about. Yeah, we had 8 out of 10.
Like you and I were talking yesterday, going to adjust the point values for defense down because it's way too high. It's got to come back down to earth because defense should not. And special teams should not flop the score like the way it does.
Well, when there's 10 defenses, in the top point getters. There's 10.
Yeah.
I have one. Mirth has one. Mahomes has the Saints. He has one. Mikey has one. Coop has one. Green's got one.
I've got one.
You got one. Curtis has got one. Armchair and Morningstar got one.
Yeah, like it's either first or second on every team, and it's not by chance. It is literally what that is.
Yeah.
Like if you look at
that's 100% what it is.
I'm just going to grab San Francisco. Just going to grab them from last week. So against the New York,
they had 74.
against the New York Jets game last week, I'm going to grab... Where'd that go? So that box
Oh,
score...
you're going to put it into the spreadsheet?
So 49ers defense. So they had 27 passes allowed, or points allowed. They had 296 yards allowed. So right there, they didn't really have a lot of points and a lot of yards allowed. They had 3 sacks. For that game, their big flip for 49ers, they had 56 tackles, so that earned them 56 points. And they had four passes defended. They had 2 interceptions and literally 9 punt return yards. That's it. That was what made point values for the 49ers. Mm-hmm. But then we look at the Giants. Just the Giants. 52 kick return yards, 19 punt return yards, so 78 points on those 2 metrics. 70 tackles, 8 sacks, 4 fumbles, or 4 points from fumbles returned, 1 point of a fumble forced, 3 passes defended against. They allowed 14 points, and then they allowed 299 yards max. If they had not earned that 78 points from the punt return yards, kick return yards, that would have brought them down to 330 points, which would have been within 14 points of blue-green. But that was huge. So by bringing it all down to every 10 yards.
So what it should do, it should give... Shut up. Shut your mouth.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I can read you the... Anyways, but what should it... Okay. Where was I going?
I don't know. Talking about bringing the defense back down to earth for their point values.
Well, so it should do that, but then if you look, and then we'll take that transition into this. With that, it's also, you look at it, it's 124, 132, 160, 89, 158, 156, and 112 for the defense in the top categories. The only other 2 in there aren't even in the hundreds.
No.
It's Mahomes. It's the queen of the NFL, and it's Jane Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Jane Daniels at 85, and Mahomes at 75.5.
Which, like, honestly,
is
having the defense losing 80 point possibility, only gaining 8 points possible for an average of running is more realistic, because there shouldn't be a single play that turns the entire week in your favor because of how it's all been going. You're going to say something.
Mm-mm.
No,
because it's for next week.
I have been watching the last couple of weeks and seeing how it all...
Okay, fine. We'll give you a little sneak peek into it. It turned for me.
Yeah.
It turned it for me.
It did for me week 1, and I didn't even realize it until it was called out.
Because I didn't put in Dallas. I put in fucking Baltimore, and Baltimore shut them down.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
just a glimpse into it. My top point getter is 107.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my defense. Oh my god.
Which is crazy, but like if we look at just last week for you, with
we need
the Cowboys defense.
Look at this week. Look at the scoreboard this week, and then look at Coop.
Yeah.
How?
Because of 3 players, he earned 400 points. That's also why I'm reducing it 621 to 154, which week's not over yet, but yeah, that was ridiculous. Last week he had 418. Like, everyone was pretty compact last week. It was even keel for the most part, but we take out the flip-flop defense, everything flips. So just looking at Mirith versus Eastie, they had a 0.4 or 0.32 difference, or 0.34, like within a point of each other.
Okay, this week.
Yeah, last week's, like, Mirith won just barely 399.72 versus Eastie 399.38.
Yeah.
And if we were to take away some of those points that Mirith would have earned last week by just like continuing to break this down, when we look at her defense that got her points, which was the Browns, they had 340 yards allowed, 21 points allowed, 2 sacks, 2 fumbles returned, or fumbles recovered. When we look at punt return yards, she had 38. So she had 74 tackles, 2 sacks, the fumble recoveries, the passes defended, and that's it. So not a lot of points earned from punt return yards. But then we look at Eastie, 53 kick return yards, 78 sacks, 78 tackles, 2 sacks, 5 passes defended. Lost 3 points for allowing more than 449.
Yeah, but he's also a homer. He took his hometown defense.
So
because they have a good defense. Because his team's got a good defense. The Raiders have.
If we take that 53 points and make it 0.1 rather than 1 per yard, they would have earned 5.3 points. And then if we look at Mirith's with the 38, Mirith would have lost last week.
Yeah, by at least 4, 5.
By 3 points.
Yeah, but it's okay now we have it set to where we can have matchups like that all the time.
Yep.
Instead of 150 to 700.
Yeah. Or Mirith 423 currently to Curtis's 171 for this week. We'll see how the end of today goes, but there's a lot of flipping, a lot of flopping we're looking at. Like currently, next week, you play Coop. There's a chance that you will take him and win, and then you will be tied with him 3-1, him 3-1. You think you're going to lose next week?
No, I'll have the top spot. Because I beat him.
Oh, is that what that'll do? Oh, yeah, head to head, because you won.
Yeah, it's head to head because I beat him. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was, he's already beat. Say we're like 8 weeks in and he's already beat me. I turn around and I beat him, and we have the same record. It'll go off. I think it'll go off most points.
Yeah, it'll go off points allowed.
Yeah.
It'll go off who has prevented the most points against him.
This one, if I beat him next week, I'll be on top because I have the head-to-head.
Mm-hmm.
So then, looking at next week, we are going to get... Write it down. I'm still kind of unpacking. So.
You're fine. I'm gonna pull up week 5 just to look at it.
5?
I haven't even looked at week 5 next week.
Wait. Which week have we been talking about? Third week or the
3.
fourth? Okay.
We already talked about week 4. We'll cover week 4 here next week.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because we talked about week 4 last week. No.
Last week it was 1 and 2. This week it's 3. Okay.
So we're covering. So we're predicting 4. We're predicting results coming out of today, which means there's still some football left to play.
Yeah, there's 2 games left, and I don't know who's. Actually, I could look at it this way. So for next week, predicting, and as you guys are also watching this, there's 2 games left: Miami and Tennessee, and then Seattle and Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
As you watch, so for next week, Blue Green's got DK in that one, but I'm taking me. My team has been on fire. My team has not slowed down. I'm winning.
You think you're gonna beat Blue Green week 4?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go with you for that one as well.
I'm not even gonna do Coop and Star because we've already talked about where that one's at.
Yeah, there's no way Star's gonna catch that one, so I'm gonna go with Whiskey on that one.
My homie, I love you, Mikey. I really do, but my homie's gonna put Mikey at 0-4.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mikey's got 2. He's got 3 left.
Mm-hmm. And there's a 30-point difference leaning in favor of Mahoney's.
Yeah.
I think Mahoney's going to go 2-2 after today.
Yeah. Mirror.
I'm thinking Curtis is going to take this one.
Yeah, because he's got
Curtis.
4. He's got 4, but let me look.
He's got 4 left with the defense, his kicker,
Gino.
his quarterback, and a tight end still left to go. And Merritt has.
Oh,
he's
no,
got.
No,
he's
and
got,
he's got Seattle. And he's got the kicker.
Yeah, you got the Seattle kicker, the Seattle quarterback, the Seattle tight end, and the Seattle defense.
And Gino. Yeah, he's got Gino, Fant, the defense, and Myers.
So there's a chance coming out of today that Curtis goes 2-2 and Meredith falls 3-1.
I would have put Dalton in over Gino. That's just me.
And then for my game against Armchair, I am thinking I'm going to have this one. I have a 90-point lead.
Armchair, even though I'm looking at it.
Going Armchair?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Okay, the only player Armchair has left to play.
What is the
kicker? Running back.
Who?
Tony Pollard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're taking that.
So it's gonna be an interesting week. I'm gonna come out 3-1.
I'm gonna come out 3-1.
Morningstar's gonna be 0-3. Armchair's gonna be 2-2. Whiskey's gonna be 4-0. EC will be 0-4. Mahoney's 2-2. Mira 3-1. Curtis 3-1.
Oh yeah.
Blue Green 0-4, and you 3-1. So there's gonna be a couple 0-4s coming in next week.
And what? 1-4 now?
Yeah.
2 4-0s. Your sister and Coop.
I don't think Meredith is going to win.
Oh, yeah. We just know, because
Curtis
has 4. I think Curtis is better. Yeah. So it'll be. There's going to be one dragon left. I'm going to take its head off. So we're going to get it. And the fucking Giants.
We're going to look at the Week 5 predictions this week, but this is who's playing who next week in Week 5.
Yeah.
Guardians and Stars.
So us talking about me and Coop is Week 5. So
yeah.
That's recorded before, but it'll be Week 5 when we come to you guys next.
And we look at the actual breakdown.
Towards the end of Week 5 when we come back.
This is just who's playing Week 5. Yeah. Guardians and Star, Curtis and Mahoney's, Kangaroos and Whiskey, Blue Green and Eastie, Armchair and Merritt. So we'll break those down next week in Week 4.
Oh my God, that's gonna be a barn burner. 0-4 against 0-4. That's gonna be a barn burner. Come on, Mikey. All
right, guys, that's all we've got for football stat nerds this week.
We will catch y'all next week and see how we did.
One-man army, Rambo. Baby walking like Naomi, Campbell. Made me wanna risk it all, take a gamble. Little butterfly tattoo on her ankle. It go together with the one on my shoulder. I be like a sailor, swimming in the money. I was broke, won't go back. This a throwback, by the go in cold beer, baby, hold that. I'm not there yet, but I'm so close. Shine your light on me, I'm lost. Feeling around in the dark. I can feel it, I'm so close.